Another Formtitan video, and in this video I'll show you how to use, using Stripe for recurring payment and push to Salesforce or Formtitan using SCA. And this is a very secure method, and I'll show you how this is done. So what I've done is I've created first name, last name, email, a donated amount which is in pound sterling, and a recurring commitment which is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. So I'll explain how it works. For example, if I put £100 in there, it will say, okay, well, how many months do you want to give that amount per month? And I can choose from 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. And then what you need to do is, if you go to the form, you need to make sure that your payment integration is enabled. You'll click configure. I'm choosing pound sterling and I'm making the payment recurring, and I've selected monthly. Click next, and then obviously you can choose what pick list you might have available. I'm just going to use the amount. Click next, and here's the Stripe configuration. There's your private and public key. And then what you'll need to do is select what we call use SCA, and it's called strong customer authentication. So let's have a look. SCA Stripe. Strong customer authentication. So once you've got that, all you have to do is just check it, and from there on you can just go ahead and click apply and then save. And then when you're going to push it to Salesforce, you just simply go into the push, map the fields, and in this action I'm just creating, but you can do an update as well. You just need to map your fields, and I'll show you what fields I've got mapped. And it's last name, first name, email, and submission ID, and then the donated amount and the donated commitment. Once you've done that, go ahead and click preview, and then I'll show you how the authentication works. So for example, I say Joe test at hotmail.com, and I'll say I'm donating £1,000, and I'm going to do that for the next 6 months every month. Once I click submit, these are my payment terms. I can put in a billinginvoice.com, and then I'm just going to add my card number, which is specifically for authorization here, and then 3184 03 22 23 1 2 3 4 5. And once I've done that, I'll click pay now, and because use SCA is checked, you'll see what will happen here is now it's going to go ahead and bring up the 3D secure test payment page. And obviously for you this will look like your own bank page, and all you need to do is complete the authentication, and this has now been submitted. Best way to check is go back into billing, check your subscriptions, give it a little refresh, and then you can see that, if we just give it another refresh now, that the subscriptions will come in here directly, and that's how easy it is to set it all up. And if I go into my payments, you can see that the payment has just come in right here, the £1,000 payment, and you can see it's been verified by 3D Secure, and it's allowed by the rule. The payment has started, and you can see all sorts of different information available to you. And you can see everything here as well, and billing at invoice.com. And if I go back into my billing, check my subscriptions, and you can see this is billing at invoice.com, 1,000, number of charges 6, my invoice has started, it's all good to go. But has it pushed through in Salesforce? Let's check. There you go, Joe test has now been pushed into Salesforce, and you can see that this is his payment ID, this is the donated amount, and this is the donation commitment. So that's how it's done. One more thing, you will need to, when you do this, you will need to go ahead and set up your webhook, which is available, and I'll show you how the webhook is set up. So once you're in the form, and then you go ahead and click on payment integration, and then you choose the recurring payment method, and on step 3 you will have something called Stripe webhook settings. You will need to copy this URL, and I'll show you how it's done. We'll add an endpoint together. You need to paste it, and then you can select different events that you want pushed back to the form itself. So it could be, I don't know, if you want to see the invoice has been failed or invoice has succeeded, and then you add these endpoints, and then you're good to go. I've already added this endpoint, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. We don't need it, but you will need to make sure that you do that. And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's how you set up the using Stripe for recurring payment and push to Salesforce for all Formtitan using SCA. And then one more thing before I go, I'll also show you that in your submissions, you can also see this entries come through like this, Joe Test, and you can click on the payment side of things, and you will see everything available here. You can see that all the data, and you can see whether the event and the type, and then these are the 2 different events that have succeeded and failed. This is the data. You can see the status here, which I hopefully can bring up, is incomplete, but that's okay because it's just a fake payment, but for you it will tell you exactly what that payment is. And you can map all these fields back to Salesforce as well using the submission ID, and you can even go ahead and update it if you wish as well. That's how it's done. Thank you for watching this video.